Thanksgiving is a special holiday for us.
And can y'all tell me something unique that y'all might be doing this year?
Well, every year, usually on the weekends, we do this thing, it's called Friendsgiving, but this year we're going to call it the Turkey Bash. And it's just where a bunch of us, since we're out of work, we all get together and we meet up at different locations around Tennessee and surrounding states, and we just camp and cook and just make memories.
The MyUsage app is a way to conveniently pay online, anytime, day or night. You can also come by any Caney Fork Electric office and sign up for the prepay option available using the MyUsage app. Know exactly how much electricity is used each day and the cost. Best of all, no monthly bill. You can set up email or text alerts, keep track of your usage, and pay your bill, all with the MyUsage app from Caney Fork. Caney Fork Electric, keeping you informed.
Security Federal Savings Bank is always pleased to provide virtually every banking service you could ever need. But more than that, we are proud to offer a relationship with you, your family, or your company. We've been here supplying just what you need and building a trust, a relationship. And that's something hard to find these days. Our bankers are here for you, here to help. If you are interested in a relationship, come to the friendliest bank in town, Security Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC. From the small towns in our community to the big hearts in our own back door. This is their stories. This is a part of their life shared with you.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Community Insider. With me is Joseph Carr and his family. Would you like to introduce your family to us?
Yep. So I'm Joseph Carr. This is my wife Katie right here, my oldest girl Jolie, and my littlest baby Maisie.
Awesome. How are y'all spending this Thanksgiving?
Gaining probably 2 pant sizes. Yeah, we like to eat. We're a very eatful family. We're a very family-oriented family. So Thanksgiving is a special holiday for us.
And can y'all tell me something unique that y'all might be doing this year?
Well, every year, usually on the weekends, we do this thing, it's called Friendsgiving, but this year we're going to call it the Turkey Bash. And it's just where a bunch of us, since we're out of work, we all get together and we meet up at different locations around Tennessee and surrounding states, and we just camp and cook and just make memories.
Well, he does the riding, we do the ladies do the cooking. But he does mostly the riding, and we'll do the preparing of the food. We always have food to eat. We always try to incorporate other people bringing their dishes and just having a good friendship time, and everybody, all of our friends and things coming together and having a good time with each other. So.
And you're hosting this year.
Yeah. Which I kind of am like a local coordinator when it comes to the off-road community around here. Just to get several rides up a year. It's like, for example, we always have a big ride for Labor Day, Memorial Day, Thanksgiving. The biggest one's actually probably New Year's Day. We have a New Year's ride day on January 1st every year I'm 33 now, so this is probably my 26th or 7th year attending. Every year, I've never missed one, no matter the weather, sick. I'll figure out how to be there.
Yeah. So tell me how y'all got involved with this.
Oh, wow, that can go back years and years. My father, he was into three-wheelers when he was growing up, so naturally, when I was born, three-wheelers were kind of outlawed, and four-wheelers came around. And I rode four-wheelers for my whole life, and then got old enough to reach the pedals and drive, and did the mud bogging thing and did the side-by-side thing. And I've always wanted one of these right here behind me, and ended up buying a stock Jeep and built it into what you see today, and I've never looked back.
And did you build this yourself?
I did, yep. It was a stock 97 Jeep Wrangler with a 4-cylinder and a 5-speed. It was actually less than stock. It was just a frame and a tub, and I chopped it up and had a couple different renderings on it, and then this is pretty much how it's been for the last 2 years now.
And how do the kids, how do they enjoy it? Do they get slung around a little bit?
They really do enjoy it. Because this is just a 2-seater, I've given my seat up usually when we go camping and we go riding things. I give my seat up to my oldest one. She's just gotten into that where she likes to go with her daddy riding safely. She wears her helmet and she's strapped in, but she enjoys that. We do have another Jeep at home that we like to take riding, and that has four seats, so we can take that one out and all of us can go, and they really enjoy it. They do get slung around some, but they do really well.
So you make 2-seaters and 4-seaters,
Yeah,
am I correct?
Yep. Yeah, my other one's it's a Jeep Cherokee, which is a very good platform to build off of. You see them every day and probably don't even realize it, but they're super cheap, super affordable, super reliable, and they're just a great base. We actually have 3 of them.
Yeah, we've got a yard full.
Yeah, well, you know, to have one, you got to have 5, I guess. You know.
So it's like a collection.
Yeah.
It is.
So how did you get involved with building this? What is the beginning to end process?
Well, to be honest, I grew up poor and couldn't afford somebody to build me one. So I just, you know, would buy a welder and buy a grinder and buy metal and watch videos and just figure it out on my own on how to make things work. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I built all this chassis work, all the motor work, all that. It's quite complicated, and it can be difficult, but it's just like a puzzle or Lego piece to me. You know, I enjoy sitting there thinking about it on, you know, what can go where and have clearance. Is this going to be an issue, and what needs braced up and stronger, and it's a science.
It takes a lot of time.
Yep. But I got a little shop at my house, and I build stuff for my buddies. I don't really promote to the public, but word of mouth has got around. I mean, I've worked on, like I had a guy bring his up from Texas, probably about 2-3 months ago,
Yeah.
to do a lot of work to it. So I mean, it's just, that was kind of insane to me. I've never had the privilege to work on somebody else's I never met. I met him online.
Yeah,
You know?
that far of an outreach that
Yep.
you have.
And he trusted me, and, you know, was happy with his work. So I'm pretty stoked on that.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now tell me about some of your off-road adventures out into the woods. Like what kind of damage can this thing do? I mean, how far can it climb? Can it climb up like steep embankments?
Oh yeah. It's probably more capable than I am, to be honest. I mean, you point it, and it's a point and shoot type rig. Like these tires right here are a special compound. They're called stickies. They're not DOT approved just because they're super soft. And then when you spin them, they get hot. It's pretty much like a drag slick of the off-road world. But we have several places around here that we go riding. We're blessed to have. But we'll just go out there and see some rocks and just try to climb them pretty much. You know, we won't cut big trees down, but you know, we'll cut little saplings with a zigzag through. We don't want to make it too easy, so we don't try to pick the easiest line, but then we also don't want to cut the hardest line we see, because when you got 10 of these rigs in a row, that trail gets dug out, especially if it's wet and the ground's soft and all that. So
have y'all ever got stuck?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I've gotten out quite a few times.
Yeah.
I've gotten out thinking the ground on my side was a little bit closer than what it should be, so I would get out just for, I never felt unsafe, but it just, the mama in me was thinking, we're probably gonna do something we don't want to do right now, so I would bail, I would get out. But
So this thing will climb, you know, a rock the size of a car. I mean, it literally will. It just depends on how brave you are. Yeah.
What kind of torque does this thing have?
So I've actually had this on the dyno. It's got a 4.8 LS in it with a Chuck Norris cam. It put down 225 horsepower, 240 foot-pounds of torque, which through the drivetrain and the 43s and all that, you'll lose about 30% of horsepower to torque ratio. So it's probably got 400-ish crank horsepower. Yeah, pretty good.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom, yep. It's got enough power to get you to the top, but not enough to brake all the time. It's actually too much power is worse than having not enough, if you ask me. Some people will tell you the opposite, because if you got too much power, you can just sit there and just blow your tires off and you'll never get traction. Sometimes you just got to crawl it and feel it and, learn from experience pretty much.
So you do this pretty much as a side project for you and your buddies?
I do, yep.
Okay.
I have a full-time job. I work night shift. But when I get off every morning, I'll go out in the garage for several hours, and the wife ain't too happy sometimes.
Yeah.
The honey-do list is long.
Oh, I bet.
But yeah, I really enjoy doing it.
So what do you think about his honeydew projects, like something like this?
I think that we all enjoy it. That's how we met. This is kind of just how we started, how we met with our relationship, and then it just progressed from there. I had a Jeep when we met, and then I took it riding and stuff in the mountains and things. It wasn't like this big. It was nowhere near this big. But that's how we got together, and so I don't mind that he does it. It does take a lot of time and a lot of his effort, but he really loves it. It's something that he's really passionate about. So,
Sounds like to me that you're part of the Jeep Club. Would you consider yourself part of the Jeep Club?
I would definitely. I think you can have multiple vehicles like this, different makes of vehicles that you take and turn into this. But we like to take a Jeep and turn it into something. Cherokees and Jeeps like this, that's kind of our thing. I drive a Jeep. It's not here today, but I drive a Grand Cherokee, so it's kind of just like, if it ain't a Jeep, I don't want to drive it. So.
Yeah, there's a slight rival in off-road scene between Jeeps and Toyotas.
Toyotas, Jeeps, and things like that.
And then we have the full-size people, and then the Razors. There's always a rivalry between full-size, this is what we call a full-size right here, and then a side-by-side like a Razor or a Can-Am. We just, it's all fun and games. It ain't really a rivalry. We just give each other, heck back and forth pretty much.
So how y'all are spending Thanksgiving this year, and the women are preparing food?
Well, some of the men are too.
The men are
too?
Great
cooks.
Okay.
So some of the men.
Yep.
So what are the men doing while y'all are preparing food?
They're riding.
Riding?
They'll be riding.
Or working on something we broke.
Or working on something. What we do is we'll camp. The camping part is my favorite thing. I like to ride, but I don't get to do that as much because we just can't fit into the Jeep. But the camping is my favorite thing to do. It just gets you away from home, and we don't bougie camp. We like to rough it when we camp. We have a little camper that we have, a little truck bed camper on his trailer. And we just make it work. We've got a microwave and an air fryer and a refrigerator in that thing, and I just got a Keurig to put in it because I'd never have coffee. I have to bum it. But it's just, that's my favorite. So hanging around the camp, finishing the dishes or warming everything up, making sure everything is put together, and that's what we'll do. And it may be mostly men this year that does all the cooking. I'm okay with that. That's fine as long as they help.
What kind of food are y'all gonna have at your camping?
What kind of stuff are they
this
bringing?
Thanksgiving?
Well, it would be great to have actual Thanksgiving feast, but the odds of cooking the turkey out in the middle of the field or in the woods, if we got a deep fryer, we can deep fry a turkey. But we just stick with the basic stuff.
You could do baked beans and just campfire food.
Yep.
They wanted to do burgers and pulled pork or steaks or whatever they wanted to do. Nothing like cookie cutter Thanksgiving meal probably. But
yeah. But we call it, the Thanksgiving feast, even though it's Thanksgiving, but not really Thanksgiving food. I like turkey, but I'm a ham lover. I love ham. I could eat ham for every holiday, every day of the week.
Now y'all are from McMinnville, Tennessee?
Yep, born and raised here.
Can you tell me about how y'all met as far as the Jeep culture and maybe where y'all were at when y'all met?
Well, we met in high school.
Okay.
And I would have not been caught dead dating this man in high school. He was one of a kind for sure. But when we were both, I think he was out of high school, I was already in nursing school, coming out of that, and I had posted a picture on the Facebook, and he liked it, and so we started talking about that, and I was on a four-wheeler at that time, so that's the picture that he liked. And then we just kind of started talking again, and our first date was a ride through the mountain on a four-wheeler, and that's just kind of stuck ever since then. But I did have a Jeep at that time that was lifted on bigger tires. So that was, I think, I tell him all the time that's why he really wanted to date me, because I had a Jeep like that.
And a job.
And a good paying job, yeah. But that's how we got together, and then it's just something that we've just shared to enjoy over the years.
Yeah, we both worked third shift at the time.
Yes, we did.
So I got off early one morning, like 4 o'clock, and we met up at my dad's house because he lives over near Viola, and that's where I kept my four-wheeler at the time. And we rode from there up the mountain, watched the sunrise at overlook, and that actually same overlook. How many months later?
No, it was.
That was a year.
It was a little over. No, not quite a year. Not quite a year. He proposed to me in the same spot.
Yeah, same spot.
Oh, wow.
And how he did that is it's a rock quarry, and it has an overlook to the top. And you look down, how many feet would that
that's
be?
probably 300-400 feet.
It is a big ways down.
Oh, wow.
Him and his friends had went the day before and cut down some trees and spelled out "Marry Me" in the trees.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
And had a big arrow painted on the rock up there up top. And I missed the arrow when we rode that day. I missed the arrow. I just went straight to the rock that we sat on when we had our first date.
Oh.
And they were like, come back, come back, come back. I was like, I don't want to go over there to the edge. I was scared to death. And they said, just look off the edge. And it said, "Marry me." And when I turned around, he was down on his knee. He never asked. He was crying.
I was
He never
crying.
asked me. He never said, "Will you marry me?" So,
I'm a man, but I got emotions, you know.
so this may not even be real. You didn't even ask me the words. But that's how he proposed.
Yep.
So I take it that you said yes.
I said yes. I did.
I actually got a pretty funny story about that. Me and my buddy Houston, we went literally the day before, and I just put a new chain on my chainsaw. And we rode four-wheelers there. I had a racing four-wheeler at the time, so I couldn't carry a whole lot of tools or nothing like that. I carried like 3 bottles of water, a chainsaw, and that was it.
Yeah.
And we got up there, and I was looking for trees to cut. Started cutting on it, wouldn't cut it all, and I actually put the chain on backwards, and we had no tools. And if y'all are from here, y'all know probably the rock quarry over here at Southside Drive. We went all the way around the rock quarry, and I found a pair of pliers, I found a flathead, found a Phillips. I actually found tools just laying in the gravel. I mean, it took us hours to find them, you know.
Oh my goodness.
And then we ended up fixing it, and then we drank all of our water we had, and there's probably the best swimming hole in Warren County up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally, it's an awesome swimming hole. And I ended up taking my shirt off and like making a filter over a water bottle and like filtering the water, because it was the rock quarry. They hit a spring and it filled up. So it's fresh water essentially, you know, but it's been sitting there a long time. And we ended up
gosh,
sitting there
I've never heard
drinking.
this story.
Yeah. That's probably what's wrong with me, right?
What's wrong with you?
Bacteria. But
that's it.
we ended up sitting there, you know, drinking 2-3 bottles and then filled up what we had and went and finished the job. It was a rough half a day, I'll tell
Aren't
you.
you glad you did it?
Some days, some days. Yeah, we've our whole life pretty much has evolved around
Yeah.
off-road. I mean, it's
We have a lot of extended family that we've gained out of this whole. The off-road community is probably one of the best communities that you could be a part of,
Yes.
as far as safety with your children, a helping hand, willing to do anything for you. You know, they're just a really good bunch of people.
yeah. I've got friends that live hours and hours away that I could call right now if I needed anything. You know, they would help me out, and you know, it goes the same way for them.
Yeah.
They're more family than some family, I guess you can say. I mean, it's a truly great community to have.
And that's why it's important for us to do things like this, because we don't see them all the time. But to get together on a holiday like that to eat, especially,
Yes.
that's what it's all about.
We have several buddies actually coming from like Georgia and Alabama, a couple other states away, North Carolina, South Carolina, coming to this event that I'm hosting Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yep.
And how did y'all all meet?
Probably the worst thing that's ever happened to the world, and that's social media.
Okay.
Yep, Facebook. You know, we just, see their rigs, add them as friends, or we'll be at a park together, and, you know, just walk up to them like they're your brother and start talking and introduce yourself.
Wonderful.
Yep.
No.
And do y'all ever put this in like any kind of shows or
No.
show off what you've got?
No. But I was actually thinking, I've always wanted to do this, like the Christmas parade. I've always wanted to get in the Christmas parade, like all my buddies, and just so the kids, the kids would think it's cool. I would think it was cool, see it come down the road.
And plus, it's red.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's loud. Most of them are loud when you crank them up. So that would announce they're coming up the up the parade. But yeah, that would be neat.
Yep.
We do like the
Definitely.
Viola parade and stuff like that when
Yep.
we go. We
Yeah, when-
usually do something in that. So.
Yeah, we always
Do
did
y'all
that.
usually run this, or do y'all run something different?
The kids have four-wheelers. I have a little dirt bike that I ride. Usually he's got a little
Something at the
other
time.
that he'll go and get a little something and just to ride it in the parade, and
Yeah.
we always participate in that
Yeah,
as well.
Wonderful.
I'm a big wheeling dealer, so there's no telling what I might drive tomorrow or might have tomorrow.
Well, it sounds like what y'all have planned for this Thanksgiving, the Friendsgiving, sounds like a real gem, and I am so glad that y'all are able to share your story with us here at Ben Lomond Channel 6. Thank you so much for sharing your story this Thanksgiving holiday.